Hello guys, today we are going to see a JEE main previous year question which had come in shift 1 in the examination of JEE main held on 3rd of September 2020. So the question is like this, and we are going to first read the question carefully. A block of mass small m equals 1 kg moving with velocity of 6 meter per second on frictionless surface collides with the rod of mass capital M equals 2 kg length of 1 meter as shown in the figure. Find the value of theta after inelastic collision. So it's asking that value of theta, maximum theta at which the combined system of the rod and the mass of block small m will rotate, and its angular velocity will finally become 0. So you can see here that some kind of rotation is happening. From that you can identify that you can apply here law of conservation of momentum, and you also have to apply law of conservation of energy. So first we are going to apply law of conservation of angular momentum. According to this, the initial angular momentum is equal to the final angular momentum. Okay, so what is the initial angular momentum here? Initial angular momentum here is mvl. If we talk about this mass of this block of mass small m, okay, and this we will equate this angular momentum with the final angular momentum of the combined system. So we are going to get a moment of inertia of the system into angular velocity. Okay, as we will be required this equation to find out the value of something afterwards. Using law of conservation of energy, we have equated the initial energy with the final energy. What is the initial energy when the mass of small m strikes the rod? Initial energy is the rotational kinetic energy, okay, which is half I into omega square, where again I is the moment of inertia of the system. And wherever I will apply I, that will be more moment of inertia of the system and not moment of inertia of any block or rod. Okay, you must be clear upon this. And this is the initial rotational kinetic energy, and this is the final potential energy of the combined system. You can see here that the rotational kinetic energy of the combined system is eventually getting converted into the final potential energy of the combined system. So we have equated the two energies. Okay, so you can see that here we are required to find the value of theta. So to introduce the value to introduce theta into this equation, we can write small h like this: small h equals x minus x cos theta, where small x is the distance of the center of mass from the point of from the point of rotation, and this is the center of mass of the combined system, and not the rod. If we you can see here that this point is not lying in between the rod, it's lying a little below, because we have taken here the center of mass of the combined system. Okay, so how we can find this small h? See, for calculating potential energy, you have to calculate how much the center of mass of the combined system is being lifted up. Then that will be the change in potential energy. Okay, so for calculating this small h, you can refer this diagram from which we have applied some trigonometry, and we have found out the value of this much part, so that we can subtract from this one to get the value of small h. So we have got the value of small h as small x minus x cos theta. Okay, we are going to put the value of small h in equation 2. and after we will put the value of small h in the equation of energy, we will get like this. Okay, and if we will put the value of small x, what was small x? Small x was the distance of the center of mass of the combined system from the point of rotation. So we have calculated here, you can see the center of mass of the combined system from the point of rotation. We have calculated like this, and we have put this value into this equation, and if we will put the value of this angular velocity which we have calculated in equation 1 in that law of conservation of angular momentum equation, from here we have put the value of angular velocity into this equation. We have got an modified equation like this, and so after that we have to find out the moment of inertia of the system. Okay, so how we can find out that? We can find out that by adding up the moment of inertia of the rod and the moment of inertia of the block about the point of rotation. Okay, so what is the moment of inertia of the rod about the point of rotation? It's 1/3 ml square. You must be knowing that to find out the moment of inertia of any rod about its end, its formula is 1/3 ml square. And what is the moment of inertia of this block of mass small m about point of rotation? It's ml square. Okay, mass into distance square. So and then we are going to directly put the values which are given in the question. The value of capital M was 2 kg and the value of small m was 1 kg, and the value of small m is 1 meter. So finally we will get the moment of inertia of the combined system as 5/3 kg meter square, where you can see that how we have, if you don't know the unit of moment of inertia, then no problem, because you have to finally put the value of moment of inertia to get the final answer. But if you want to find out the unit of moment of inertia, then I must tell you that moment of inertia equals mass into radius of gyration whole square. And what is the unit of radius? Radius is meter, and so we have the unit of moment of inertia is kg meter square. So we are going to put the given values of small m equals 1 kg, small v equals 6 meter per second. These all values are given in the question. Okay, you can see here small m equals 1 kg, small v equals 6 meter per second, capital M equals 2 kg, length of the rod equals 1 meter. So after putting all these values, we are going to calculate the value of theta, and you can see here the value of small g. You don't have to take the value of small g as 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, it's given in the question that acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. You have to apply this value only. So you will, when you will put the value of small g as 10 meter per second, you will get an equation like this, and after solving this you will eventually get the value of theta max as cos inverse 23/50, which in terms of degrees, if you will write, you will get 63 degree. So thank you, and please hit that like button and subscribe my channel, because that motivates me to make more and more videos.